So many practitioners that I run into are exhausted, they're depleted, they are running on this hamster wheel inside of a system that was never created for them. When we're shoved into this box and this system, we no longer have the capacity to actually help people at that depth. You put your own health on the back burner. So you have these sick and tired practitioners who are trying to tell these clients and patients about lifestyle upgrades and nutritional improvements and, supplemental nutritional, things. And it's like, they're looking at you being like, you look freaking exhausted. I just made the amount of money in a matter of weeks that I had made kind of the previous year. And it blew my mind.
I'd love you to share the story of how you discovered this new way and how you broke this cycle that you were in. Oh, first I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to let us in your villa. I mean, this is amazing. What are we doing here? What's going on? What's this place? What are we recording?
So we are in Mexico, my current home country. But we are here with Dan Bolton and crew at a mastermind event. And yeah, it is the last day and it's been incredible. We just did some breath work. So we're feeling cleared out,
feeling good,
lighter,
yeah,
expansive.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like that was perfect for integration and like starting to like let things land. So yeah.
Someone right now just clicked on this video and they're feeling some type of pain. They're running away from something, want to run towards something. Given your experience and your practice, what are they running towards? What do you feel like practitioners, like, what are they trying to get to? What are they running away from? And what do you think they're running towards?
Yeah, so many practitioners that I run into are exhausted, they're depleted, they are running on this hamster wheel inside of a system that was never created for them, because I work with more holistic, functional, natural, holistic practitioners who are really trying to create massive, profound change in the lives of their clients. And unfortunately, so many of them are trying to fit into this box that, like I said, was never created for them. It's for the traditional medical model, or scratch that word, the conventional medical model, right? The actual traditional model is very, very different. It's so much more customized, individualized.
Right.
The practitioner spending time with the client or the patient, getting to know them, getting to understand what's actually going on, the root cause or causes, instead of being like, oh, let me like check your number. Okay, I got 7.5 minutes. Let me get you through. Let me write this script. Let's cut this piece out of you. Like, no, like that model doesn't work, right? Like for anything, I was talking to someone actually this weekend that I truly believe that conventional medicine, like the only place for conventional medicine is when there's an emergency situation. Like for me personally, it's like, do not take me to the doctor unless I've got like a bone like popped out of me. Like
please,
if I need
go to the doctor.
yes, but like if I need stitches or like there's an emergency situation. But the majority of what people are dealing with and managing this day and age, when you're approaching it from a holistic standpoint, like that is the way to go. And I think that, working with female practitioners specifically, we want to bring our unique gifts to the world. And unfortunately, when we're in this system that's rushing us, that's telling us what to do, how to do it, who to work with, how long we can work with them, like it's so much red tape, we feel confined. And in that confinement, in that constraint, we're not able to kind of, in a sense, self-actualize, like actually bring our unique healing gifts to the world, because women have very unique healing gifts, not just the modalities we learn in school, but there's the intuitive aspects, the wisdom, the lineage, like there's so much magic in a sense inside of us. And I feel to truly unleash that, we need to step into a different way of doing things. And that's why I teach other health and wellness practitioners, specifically women, to create online practices, to rip off that red tape and start practicing in a way that's in true alignment with who they are, who they be, how they utilize their modalities, and working with people where they actually have this beautiful energetic exchange with, instead of just taking anybody with a pulse. So
wow, I feel inspired. I feel uplifted. I don't know about you guys or you girls. So if we stay the same, if we're just like this sounds amazing. This sounds incredible. What happens if they don't change? If they don't adopt this new way? If they what is going on for these women, for these practitioners, if they don't change? What's going to happen?
Yeah, I ask myself all the time, because I see this happening, right? Like I've been in this business doing the same thing, teaching practitioners how to do this now for over 5 years. And what I end up seeing is the practitioners who stay stuck, they stay in that system. They are scared, right? Like they're scared because they're like, I don't know if this is going to work, so I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing, right? And then that literally doesn't serve anybody, because like I said, they're exhausted, they're drained, they're spread thin. They can't show up for their patients or clients in a way that they truly want to, like how they probably thought they were going to when they first signed up for, medical school or naturopathic school or acupuncture school or chiro school or whichever school you went to, right? Like you went into that profession originally because you're like, I really truly want to help people in a deeply profound way. But it's like, when we're shoved into this box and this system, we no longer have the capacity to actually help people at that depth, right? And so you don't show up for your family, you don't show up for your patients, you put your own health on the back burner. So you have these sick and tired practitioners who are trying to tell these clients and patients like about lifestyle upgrades and nutritional improvements and supplemental nutritional things, and it's like they're looking at you being like, you look freaking exhausted. Like you want me to do things that you can't even do for yourself. And so it's just this cycle of like, no one gets helped in the way that they want to, right? It's like a lose situation.
Right.
Instead of it actually being practitioners who are taken care of physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, to where they can show up out of overflow and actually provide the care that they want, while also caring for themselves, being able to show up for their friends, their family, their community, the world at large. Like the ripple effect is massive when we can actually implement this.
Yeah. What resonates with what you just said with me is that like the greatest gift you can give your clients is showing up 100%.
Yes.
You. And if you, to what you're saying is, if you are drained, if you are tired, if the business model, right, of your practice is actually making you to resent it and resent your clients and not be 100% yourself and not give it all, you are doing a disservice to the people you actually want to help. And I believe you went into this to impact people, to help people, and to actually have a life that you are excited to post about, to share, to enrich people's lives, right?
And then
make sure. Sorry. Okay, good. I thought I saw something, but I wanted to make sure.
But also with that, I just want to say, like, when you're in that space, like when that happens, when all of that gets into alignment, like you show up as a different person, right? And it's like you actually have the time, the capacity to, I don't know, maybe you have passions and hobbies and other things that you're wanting to actually tap into that almost complement your mission in the world, right? Because we can't, like, as much as I love my job, because I love it and I loved working with clients one-on-one as well. But now that I have the spaciousness and the capacity to do other things, say like ceramics or surfing or other things, those I get other lessons, I get other insights, I get other influences that actually change how I show up in my business or in my world or how I interact with people, right? Instead of just being like in this tunnel vision in a sense. So there's like so much, like that's what I'm saying with the ripple effect. It's like it's so big, like I can't even really bring it all to the table, but I think you can feel it.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I know you have a very unique and interesting story. I'd love you to share the story of how you discovered this new way and how you broke this cycle that you were in. Can you maybe share a little bit the story and then how you came out the other end?
Yeah, okay. So rewind quite a few years. So I graduated Bastyr University, so naturopathic medical school, acupuncture school, back in 2012. And then I was a primary care provider for 4 years, like insurance paradigm. I bought my mentor's practice at the time. So I had like 200 patients, full practice, working 8 to 10 hour days, 4 days plus a week. And that I was just noticing, like, I was tired, I was exhausted, I no longer loved what I was doing. And the thought of doing it another 2 years, let alone another 20 years as my career that I had invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in, you guys know, I was like, something's wrong. Like, something is so wrong. So broke, this is not okay, because, you know, the medical necessity forms, arguing with insurance companies about claims and reimbursements and all of these things. And oh my,
no, thank you.
Like, holy moly. So I ended up leaving my private practice, my private practice, insurance-based practice, started a different private brick and mortar practice that was cash-based. Because I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna, like, this will solve the problem. I'm gonna leave insurance, just do cash-based. And even there, I only lasted like a couple years, because I was like, there's still just like something missing. I'm trying to like fit into something that's not quite right. Like, it just felt off. And it was that was back in 2017 is when I was really thinking about that. And in 2018, I made the leap. I was like, I'm going online. And I do not recommend doing it how I did it at all, because I did it basically cold turkey. Like, I just went online thinking, I'm just going to go in the online space and hang up my online shingle and everybody's going to come to me, you know, like, oh my God, I was wrong. So yeah, I struggled really, really bad for about 8 months until I finally found the right mentor for me. And thank God that I was open to coaching and mentorship. I know some people have never had a coach, never had a mentor. And there's just a lack of awareness there altogether, that there's someone actually out there who can help guide you and show you the way, who's been there before, who like gets it. And so I finally found that mentor for me. And I ended up making like 50K within, I think it was 6 weeks or it was something crazy, where I was like, oh my God, like, I just made the amount of money in a matter of weeks that I had made kind of the previous year. And it blew my mind. And it was like, from there, it just exploded. And so that was 2018. And then in 2019, I had so many practitioners coming to me being like, what are you doing? How are you doing it? Can you show me the way? And so I was like, okay, total imposter syndrome, by the way, like, waves over me. But I was like, okay, let's check this out. So I mapped out an outline and I put it out there, super soft launch, just like messaged a few people who had messaged me interested. And I was like, all right, this is what I'm thinking. I'm putting together this mentorship. Like, you know, it's this amount of money, da, 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 da. And within 48 hours, I had 6 people sign up. And I was like, okay, I guess this is what I'm doing now. And so built out the program. And now after 5 years, it's been over 5 years now. And it's just grown and evolved and, you know, expanded with me and my own knowledge, my own coaching mentorship. So it's just been a really beautiful unfolding. But
so you painted a really, really amazing life and picture that I think everyone listening, watching this right now can resonate with. That they want that same thing. And I want to go back to where you discovered, you know, this new way, this new path. What are some of the tips or steps that these practitioners can take to break free from the reality and the circle and chain that they're in? I really feel that I see that chain as you described it. Like that's the word that popped up for me. And maybe put in the comments if you feel that, if you feel chained to your practice. How can we break those chains?
Such a good question. One, I mean, honestly, like, the first step is to believe that it's possible for you, because I think there's so many practitioners who they hear it and they're like, that sounds cool, but like, maybe not for me, like, because I'm this type of practitioner, or I only use these modalities, or I've ever only worked with people with my hands, or something like that. And I promise you, I have worked with chiropractors, acupuncturists, naturopaths, medical doctors, osteopathic doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, like, the list goes on. Like, if you believe it's possible, like, we can help you figure it out. Like, I'm definitely, kudos to Marie Forleo, everything is figure outable. And I truly believe that. Like, we can figure it out.
Well, just to, like, if there's someone else already doing it in your market, then it's possible.
Yes.
Right? And even if there's not, which There is. I
At this
can guarantee.
At this point,
Even if there wasn't, that's a huge opportunity for you to figure that out, right?
100%.
And with someone like yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they need to instill in the belief and have faith
Yes.
that, listen, this is the right step, and whatever you do, it's going to work.
Yeah, it's 100% possible. Like no matter where you are in the world, no matter what kind of practitioner you are, it is possible. There's a way to make it happen.
You have stories to share. If you don't believe it, I'm sure you can share a story.
100%.
Here you go. Prove you wrong.
Told you so.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the next
100%.
step?
Another thing is a lot of practitioners have doubt. So once you believe, like, okay, maybe it's possible for me, but then you're like, but I don't have an audience, or I don't have an Instagram, or I don't want to be on Facebook or whatever. And the thing is that I've had a lot of practitioners in that same space, a lot of practitioners who are nervous about being on social media or sharing their message or being on camera. I mean, honestly, when I first started, I used to get cold sweats and heart palpitations before going on camera. Like I would, and then don't even talk to me about being live. Like that was like a different story. This is just like, I'm going to record it and like maybe delete it.
Yeah.
Cold sweats, heart palpitations, like pale in the face, like intense. It gets better. You just gotta practice. You just gotta practice like anything else. But it doesn't matter if you don't have an audience, because what I teach is magnetic marketing and how you can actually start attracting the people who are the perfect fit for you, right? Because we're no longer just taking anyone with a pulse. Like we're actually attracting people who you vibe with, right? Like the people who actually resonate with what you do, how you do it. And that's why I love helping practitioners infuse their own essence into their practice, right? It's like, of course I have a blueprint, of course I have a framework, but you don't have to do it exactly how I do it, right?
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. It's like, how do I make this mine? And that's what is really exciting, is like really actually making it your own. So
I think these roadblocks are important to like really, really hone in on, is because these small beliefs, like you said, that people have, that you need an audience, that you have to be good on camera, that you have to like, none of that's true.
Yeah.
And I can point to, I've worked with, as a creator, I've worked with influencers that make them less than $100K a year, right? With who has a big audience, who you would assume could be making millions. And I've worked with creators or entrepreneurs that may have 500 followers, which is not a lot in the world of online, social media marketing, and are making millions.
100%. I see that all the time. It's like, when you think about it, I think I always talk about not really paying attention to the vanity metrics, right? If you talk about 500, even 100, you think about 100 people in the room that we're in right now, in the room that you're in right now, that's a lot of freaking people. And when you're running a high ticket, high impact online practice, you only need a handful of those people to enroll to make your six figures, your first six figures, like to change your life, to change their life. Like, it's not that much. And so I encourage people not to get wrapped up in those numbers. Those will come. You can get your first client with 5 followers, like literally.
And like you said, like the marketing that you focus will naturally attract the right people, like, flies the honey, right?
Exactly.
And it's almost like that frequency that only they hear. And that's the whole point of it. It's not to attract someone like myself who maybe isn't the right fit for you, but attract someone like you who is a right fit and who's like, gung ho, let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I love that. So we got the belief, and then we got over these kind of self-doubt.
Okay, I have another one.
Okay, go.
All right, another one would be, I see a lot of practitioners starting out in the online space who are wanting to create this crazy offer suite. Like they've got all these different things, and I'm going to make all these customized offers because people are asking for these things.
80-page document offer. Go through it. It's a whole book, actually.
And then your client's like, I'm so confused. Goodbye. But I highly recommend that practitioners start with a high ticket, high value, comprehensive offer. And like, that's where you're going to get your cash injections. That's where you're going to get your momentum. That's where you're going to get the ball rolling. And then you can explore maybe a lower ticket or a mid-tier offer or something like that could be part of your offer suite. But I know it's scary. I know it's totally out of the paradigm you're used to being in, but having that high ticket comprehensive offer is going to change your life, and it's going to change your client's life, because you're going to be able to approach them and their case, their condition, whatever, in a truly holistic way. So
I love that. This is it. Like, it's so amazing how people go straight to like tactics, but what you're talking about is actually changing the internal, because we're always looking for the how. We're looking for like, what's the path? But the reality is like the path isn't paved like we think it is. The path is we go down. We have the courage to go into the forest and come out the other end, and we become stronger and better. And we actually have stories that we can share with our audience and share with our clients because of that, right? But if you try to find the quick turnaround, it never works.
Never.
It never works. And even if you make the money, you lose yourself in the process.
Yeah.
Or like it's usually it takes the longer path. Like the path goes around the mountain versus you just going through and actually getting to the other side.
Yeah. I want to touch or like expand on what you just said, because I do see that as well. Like practitioners wanting, like, I just need to make money now. I just need to make this work. I just need to da 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 da. And in the process, they end up self-abandoning. And I see that so much, especially with female practitioners as well, because we're healers, we're givers, we're caretakers in a big sense of the way, right? And people pleasers, right? Like that's just like ingrained in society and who we are a lot of times. We have to deprogram that. But like the self-abandonment piece is really, really huge, because then that's where the resentment creeps in. That's where like the unfulfillment creeps in. That's where like, what am I doing? This is not what I signed up for. This is not what I want, because we don't want to just take a brick and mortar or a in-person practice and create the same thing online. Like that's going to create the same sense of unfulfillment, right? Like you're not going to be satisfied with that. So we want to do things differently to create a different result, right? We want to actually enjoy what we do and like fall back in love with that passion we had at the very beginning. Fourth. Are we on fourth? I don't know.
We're on third. We got belief. So summarize. We got so like first we have to believe
that we can
actually do it.
Yep.
We got mental blockers that we have to overcome.
Yeah.
Which is also shifting the beliefs that what's possible.
Yeah.
And then third.
Offer. We talked about offer.
We talked about offer. So you are right.
Boom. I'm right. All right. The
number 4.
Number 4. You guys are getting a lot. All right. So number 4, I would say shifting your perspective around content creation and social media in general. Going back to it, because this does tend to be the biggest sticking point for health practitioners. Like, oh my God, I don't want to be on social media. I don't want to be glued to it. Like it's evil. Like there's this like really like whatever. And yes, it can be. And it's your relationship with it, right? And the thing that I love and I've learned to love about social media is that it's the perfect way to connect with the people who are seeking us out. And as a practitioner, as a leader, it's our responsibility to become a beacon so that the people who are searching for us, literally, you guys know, people are literally, they're on TikTok, they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, in Facebook forums asking health questions. And so it is up to us to be out there and sharing our message so that the people who are desperately seeking our help can actually find us. And so when you switch your perspective around social media being that as like the bridge to helping the people who are seeking you out, it shifts everything rather than it being a burden of like, oh God, I have to make content or, oh, I have to do this. It's like, you get to help someone. Like you get to help someone change their life.
So. I think people have a hard time with content because it's new, right?
Yeah.
It's like, if you didn't grow up with it, right? It's harder to adopt. It's harder to understand, and the world lives on. So we get news from social media. We connect in communities. Like how would we have connected if it wasn't through social media? It would be very difficult.
Totally.
Right? It's such an amazing tool, right? That can be overused, but with you understand why you're doing, like you briefly shared, is a secret weapon for not only practitioners, for any entrepreneur. And I love that you're putting this whole shift in like you get to do it. Not you have to, you get the opportunity to speak to potentially thousands of people, and you're in your room or you're in your office or you're putting on your makeup, whatever, right?
You're in your yoga pants.
It's
like whatever.
If you want to speak to thousands of people, you have to pay thousands of dollars and be up on stage, which would be way more scary.
Way more scary.
Than
way more scary.
Way
more scary.
Yeah. Wow. I couldn't agree more. Is there any other like things that pop up for you that practitioners need to know or need in order to shift into this new 6-figure mindset, we can maybe call it?
Yeah, I would say that, again, I think it's a big shift like a big paradigm shift going from fee for service or, working like trading your time for dollars, right? Like getting like charging an hourly rate or even getting a certain amount from your ICD, or wait, like your, what do they call the CPT codes?
Oh,
the
there you go.
CPT codes, like to make money from the insurance companies and stuff, to charging thousands of dollars for a service. And I think there's a big shift that we have to, I think we know it, but when we actually look at it, say on paper or on a screen or whatever, it really puts things into perspective. So for example, the average sort of premium health insurance price for a middle-aged woman is about $10,000 a year. And when you think about that, and you think about the actual quality and quantity of care that that woman is getting from the insurance company, it's like 0 to none. Like, it's crap care, right? Whereas they could be taking that $10,000 and investing it in you and your program to run functional labs, to see what personalized nutrition they need to be focusing on, what targeted nutrient therapy they need to be doing, what lifestyle factors they could be upgrading to completely change the trajectory of their life. And they get to learn a skill set that they're going to have for the rest of their life, that they get to share with their family, that they get to share with their community. And that is priceless, right? Like, that is so much value. And I think a lot of practitioners forget the fact that they're not just like offering some service, they're literally saving lives. Like,
Wow, that's incredible. As we're kind of landing this plane, I always like to leave people with some type of action. Oftentimes we're watching content, listening to content, we have a decision to make. And we can decide to stay where we are and keep living the same life that we're living, and then make new resolutions in the new year and hope and pray and wish for a new reality. Or we can make another decision to take one action today. What action do you want these practitioners to take to step away from being in the same situation they were last year?
Well, if you are sitting there and you know intuitively that you want to build an online practice, like you know that that's where you want to head, and maybe it's been nudging you or pushing you or whatever for a while now, I encourage you to watch my video. I break down exactly how I created an online practice where I was making over 10K per month, working under 10 hours a week.
Who wouldn't want that? Come on.
Literally.
Don't. You can make a decision. You make a decision either to stay the same or to change your situation, and that is the ultimate choice, right? And you decide. It's all in your hands.